Right guys, got an iPad Air 4 A2316 and the issue is the screen. As you can see, it's absolutely knackered. Over here there's also a crack where the power button is. Not much we can do with that apart from just maybe grind a bit of metal off and make sure that the new screen fits correctly. So what we're going to do, I've got a heat mat here, heat up to about 70 to 80 degrees. Leave it on there for a few minutes and that will help us remove the screen easily, because basically there's bonding around the edges. There's the glass on top, the digitizer is fine, it's the internal screen that's broken. So yeah, so my heat mat, as you can see, it's going up slowly, and then we'll leave this on there for about 5 or 6 minutes and then we'll come back and take the screen off. All right, so while our patient is warming up, what we can do is have a look at the new screen which has arrived. This is a genuine screen which I managed to get from one of my suppliers. This is from actually a working device, but the actual device has failed, so they take the screens off. So this is a genuine, says here, look, grade A pull, so it's come off for original screen. I don't know. Do you know what? I'm not entirely sure that this digitizer is genuine. I'm not sure, but the LCD is. It looks alright actually. Yeah, it might be original. Yeah, got the magnets on there as well. So what you have to be careful of, the best thing to do first of all is have a look at the screen that you're going to be putting into the device and just identify where the connectors are, for example. So on this one, you can see that the camera's at the top and the flex cables are on this side. So what you need to be careful of is this side as well, because you've got flexes here. You don't want to rip any of those when you're taking the screen off. And there's one there as well. Okay, that's probably for the backlight. Okay, and there's a camera cover that needs to come off. There you go, that's come off. So I'll put that on properly. So we've got one flex cable here. We've got one flex cable here as well, and also we've got this little battery disconnect card, which is great. So what you need to do is take the screen off, but before we disconnect the connectors, unscrew the battery and push this underneath. I'll show you anyway in a moment when we get a chance. Let me move this out of the way for the moment. Leave that there. Oh, that's cooking quite nicely. What I do need to do now is get my heat-proof glove. So, like I said, let's turn this over. So, yeah, that is over as well, the screen. This is over. So we know on this side, the flex cables are here. So let's avoid that side. Let's move this baking mat out of the way for the moment. May need it again, I'm not sure. Right, let me just start again, reset. So this way, the flex cables are here. Hold on. No, the flex cables are here. Right, flex cables on this side. So let's go on the other side. Okay. I'm just going to put a bit of. You need a little thin metal opening tool, and also a plastic one, which is, where is my plastic tool? That's here. You need to use some IPA, so isopropyl alcohol. Let's put a bit of that in there, and that helps to break down the bonding, and it comes off like cheese, as you can see. Okay, so there is still some alcohol on that metal opening tool. Okay, and I did say to avoid the bottom, so we'll go on where the camera area is. Have I got this right? Have I got this? I'm a bit confused today. So this side is where the flexes are. Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's fine. We're doing the right thing. This actual mat I've got here is very slippery, so I need to take that off and put the rubber one that I normally have. Okay, so the camera area is here. I'm going to put some more IPA on this card and also down the frame. Okay, so that's come apart, as you can see. IPA on there. Now on the bottom, I'm not going to go in too deep. I don't want to risk anything being cut or being shorted. I'm just going to go slowly, glide along the bottom. And if you need more IPA, just keep putting it on. It will, trust me, it really will make your life a lot easier. Okay, so now we can actually pull the screen towards us. There you go. So as mentioned earlier, we need to disconnect that battery first. Okay, disconnect the battery, put the screw in a safe place. Just to lift that up. Okay, now, as you can see, the screen is not working now. Okay, so I'm just going to lift, keep fingering the power button to drain any power that's on the board. Now I'm going to disconnect the connectors. One screw there. Put them away safely. One connector removed. And then disconnect the other one after removing the plate. Okay, so that's basically how you remove the screen. I put some IPA along the frame, just down here. Because now I'm going to use my other tool just to there you go, that's done, that's removed. Now, before we actually continue with the rest of the repair, what I would like to do is just connect this screen up, the new one, and make sure that it works. There's no point you putting all that effort in and then the screen does not work, or it could be faulty. It does happen. So let's be on the safe side. Okay, so let's connect the right hand connector first. The screws are tiny. Use a magnetic screwdriver, because if you lose one, you'll be looking for that screw for ages. I think I need a new pair of glasses or an eye test. Eyes are definitely getting worse. Working all these small items, these tiny components, and see that I'm struggling with. So I'm going to turn it around. It's easier to do it from this side, to be honest. Okay, that's that. Let's power it up. There you go. We have a display, which is amazing. Okay, there you go. I think this screen is going to be absolutely perfect. So as you can see, that is done. Now what do I need to do? Now what I need to do, although the battery's flat as a pancake, let's disconnect that. Now, I'm just doing this lightly. I'm not even putting any pressure on really. It's just, as you can see, okay, that's done. Now what I need to do now is I'm removing it's already got some tape on it, tester tape, but I'm going to remove the old bonding that is around, and also this light sensor has decided to come away. I put some glue under that foam pad just to put it into position. Okay, can put something on there just to keep the weight on. I'll just put this screwdriver on it for a second. It doesn't come off. Right, let me get a blade and remove the bonding. Okay, this glue is pretty good. It bonds pretty quickly, or secures very quickly, should I say. Okay, let's get this blade. Right, then I'm going to get a cotton bud. Put it all around the machine. And just go around and clean. Right, now the concerning bit for me at the moment is the frame here. Now, I don't know whether this frame is going to cause me any problems when the screen goes in. So put the old screen in again, just to test. Okay, so I'm going to put the screen upside down. I mean, I know it was already in there, but I think we'll be okay with it. Yeah, if you look just there, that where the brake is, just here, that part's hanging up slightly. Get a bit more light. That part's hanging up slightly, but this part is level, so that's the problem. There's not much I can do with that. I'm going to leave it, and I told the customer I'm not going to be able to do much with that. You have to get a decent case that has a kind of goes over the frame, and just cushions the iPad a bit better. Right now, okay, as we've seen, this has already got some tape on it. We know that the screen that I've got has got tester tape all the way around, double-sided tape. What I'm going to do now is put this bonding around the frame. I like to put an extra bit in because sometimes the tapes do fail. Not fail, but I mean the original tapes are amazing. What Apple use, they are brilliant. They're really strong. So and the tester tape isn't that strong as the Apple stuff. We can put in the new screen permanently. Let's take off the tape. See, there's a gap here as well in the tape. So the actual glue will fill that gap. Right, one final test. The screen comes on before actually bonding it down. Yes, there you go. That is now coming on. Let's put it into position. I'm putting the bottom end a bit lower down because of this frame here. So I'm just going to push it down a little bit more, just a tad, not too much. And you can push it into position, make sure it's all uniform all the way around. That side was slightly sticking out, so I've managed to just push it down like this, push it down away, push it down like that, and it sits into position. Okay, that's good. Make sure it's all flushed all the way around. Yeah, this stuff actually gets in the way because you can't judge it properly because see the bonding that I've put in is seeping out. Can you see that there? It's seeping out. So for the moment, I'm just going to leave it as it is, and I'll get my clamps. So these clamps will help it just sit a little bit tighter. If you haven't got clamps, well, I'm sure you haven't. If you're doing your own just a screen repair yourself, you can just use some sellotape and tape it from this end to that end, hold it really tight, and it will be. No, I've done that in the past. This was the day before clamps were available. But now they are, we might as well use them. So I'm using a clamp over the frame. there you go, one iPad Air 4 screen repair. Hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, thank you.